one or the other, or do you ban out tank?
I feel like if they bet, if they want to focus on the carries, they get rid of Grok, make sure Bigetron don't even have access to it, and then pick up one of the carries for themselves. Either Kimmy, Lennox, whichever that Bigetron let through.
Oh, let's figure out. Now things are starting to look much better for them. Where they do ban out the Hellcurt, maybe that's a very specific ban onto Nash. He played really good Hellcurt during the group stages.
Yeah.
So that's what brought them here, to be fair.
Yep.
So, let's see. This second ban from blue side is really always very interesting. Take away the Cho. So now, they're daring Bigetron. Take away Kimmy, or we're going to play it.
We're giving a lot of respect to KZP here. He did get a lot of picks.
I mean, come on, he's Gandalf.
He's basically Gandalf. He did not let anybody move.
Alright.
Bigetron. I mean, now that they've come to make a decision, they either let everything through, or they just slowly take their time here and just maybe even consider banning out another tank. They could just straight up get rid of Akai and be like, hey, oh, Gushin as well, and leave up Akai for themselves, and straight up just get whatever they want.
So it should be a Kimmy first pick.
Yeah. Kimmy first pick, and then Lennox.
Or do you take Grok here? Because Bigetron would be quite daring to take Kimmy and Lunox at the same rotation, right?
True, and then they'll be lacking one tank.
So they do take Kimmy. That should be a no-brainer. But do you take a tank or do you take Lunox as well? I feel like you just take Kimmy and take the Kaya. Oh, no, I don't.
I mean, they have to make a decision here. They've got quite a number of options.
They're taking both.
They're going to take both? Wow. Okay, so they're extremely confident.
So now, Team Fallen, you chose your poison. How are you going to respond to it?
I think this might be a... Arguably, you want to have optimal tanks in this situation, but arguably you might want to consider picking up Lolita. Selena, Lolita as well.
I think Selena is a really good counter because it kind of stops the bleeding of the early game. But the thing is that we see very clearly, right? All 4 games that we casted in all the Indonesian teams, they prioritize Selena so much. Clearly, Singaporeans, they don't think that's so important.
I agree.
Take the Leomon and the Akai. Should be the Kaya here. They have to pick one tank.
I'm not so sure about this.
I don't like this. Yeah, there goes the Kaya. And they are going to ban out the Minotaur most probably.
I feel like they could have held up Leomord a little bit longer.
But what did they pick? Claude? They don't want to give because what... Well, Aldos is open.
Yeah. I mean, they've guaranteed themselves one of the carries. Yeah. That's for sure. They don't have, like... It's not like they're limited in what they could... they're not limited to their DPSs. But I think this ban is going to be pretty important.
It should be a Minotaur ban, right?
Yeah,
like you need to ban out a tank because that's what you're trying to play for. You took 2 tanks already. Take ban away the other one. That's the Minotaur ban. Bigetron, they have a lot more options. They should ban away a mage. Harley should be the ban. And it will just put... Oh no, they take away the Claude instead.
Because if they force them onto something like if they force them to something like Aldius, they have many ways to actually deal with it, I guess. And the early game is technically Dees, I would say, but Grok is going to be a big part of it.
Bigetron's going to pick a tank here. Or the Thomas. They might go for the others, but I think the others is a little too greedy. I feel like the Thomas would go deal with the Leomon reward, but I feel like the tank... Yeah, they go for the tank here. Belleric is good just because of his... You know, he has a really good kit.
Yeah. I'm not... They're going to get
Lolita as well. It was one or the other anyway.
Yeah.
Lolita does get locked in. And the last one, they want to see what Team Fallen picks. Harley, I think Harley's confirmed.
Ooh, this is a very interesting draft. Really interesting draft.
Harley carry?
Harley carry?
That's more traditional, right?
Yeah, that is more traditional.
Harley Aldos?
I mean, they'll still... I mean, Aldius is seemingly becoming more and more prevalent here, only because he does scale into the game very nicely, and you do have like a strong set of tanks to start roaming around. All you need is like a mage to come running through. So I do think if they do decide to pick up a mage, Selena is something really great. Okay, all right. I pretend I didn't say anything. I didn't. Nope. Yep. Doesn't matter. I was absolutely wrong. All right. Sure. Cool. Disregard that. I mean, if they're gonna play like that, I can respect Bigetron for going for Badang. Go for it!
Finally, I can say this. Hey, do you know what LY4 picked?
What?
Badang.
My guts. I'm laughing so hard.
Badang.
Please don't. Okay. All right.
Oh, I think there's a bug that happened.
Oh, was there?
I think, there's a bug. So okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So I think what happened is time ran out, and normally it picks your most picked hero. So
it's most picked hero, that was Badang.
No, not on the side of LY4, but on the side of it will make sense, you know, Saber and Fanny.
Yeah, makes sense. Fair enough. I mean, they could. At least it isn't as. I don't. I mean, it's so difficult, especially for Team Fallen, to really pick their DPSs because it's like it's pick their poison at this point.
What do you want to pick though?
No matter what they pick, they clearly have a con either way. So let's say they go for some dedicated DPS,
Harley?
DPS like Harley or even Selena. Selena is able to deny a lot of the bleeding. Harley has a lot of DPS damage, but if you play Selena, you're going to have a lot of pick. If you're playing Harley, you're looking to roam as much as possible. You lose that early game, it's basically over.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. But I think Harley is the... okay, let's think that, you know, the rest of the picks will stay the same, except for the last two. I think it should be a Harley and carry.
Harley and carry?
Either carry or Aldous. They need a late game assurance.
I mean, I do feel Aldios is good, but if Harley fails to get that early game, they are just waiting to the end of time. Because I do feel Selena is good in this aspect, where she does have that early game, but even if she isn't able to, like, even if she fails that early game, she's still useful enough to cut off exits, able to slow people down from their rotations to at least stop the bleeding.
I do agree with you in that. But we'll have to see, you know. Just to remind all the viewers, this is going to be a remake because I think players couldn't pick at the end of it. Normally that happens. Unfortunate that we do hit that. But we would thank everyone for watching. Wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year. Gong xi fa cai. For those for our Chinese viewers, happy Lunar Year. How much ang pao have you gotten so far?
Not a lot.
Not a lot?
Yeah. My family isn't like gigantic, so I don't have like, 300
You know,
relatives.
that's a good point. You know, I have a lot of friends on Instagram, and then sometimes I watch their stories, and I see them like they always post like family gatherings, and they have like it's like those kind of class photos like it's they have like 40 members, and like I'm like, whoa, why is your family so big? I'm like, yeah, because my family has like 10. And
usually it's like, oh, this is only just one side of the family.
No, not like that. Usually it's only the kids.
Oh.
Like, it's like, these are all my cousins. It didn't, not even including the adults. And then when they got adults, it becomes like the whole form.
The Instagram is just like, check out my Ninja Clan, boys.
I mean, like, wait, is this normal? Is it just my family's a little bit? Maybe my family.
I don't know, man.
It's crazy. They have like 40 members. I'm like, I'll message them. It's like, hey, is this like your cousins? It's like, yeah.
Better yet, this is only just like my mother's side. I still haven't met like my father's side. It's like,
yeah. It's like this is my third. This is my cousin, twice removed. I never understood that fact, like twice removed.
Twice removed.
What
is that? How is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. It's like apparently it's like it means like it's not directly your cousin. It's your cousin's
nephew.
I don't know. But
at
yeah,
that point,
going back to the point, Happy Chinese New Year.
Happy Chinese New Year. But yeah, like
since we have a little time, have you visited a lot of houses?
No, actually, well, I've visited like two at most. I'm not exactly the people person where I'm like, hey, I want to go to your house. And like, oh yeah, let's go.
Normally you form a convoy, a caravan, and then you go around houses.
I don't think you. Wait, do people still do that?
Yeah. I did it with my friends. It's like, all right.
Do you still do it now?
Yeah, not this year, because I mean, I'm already working.
Yeah, I feel like at a certain age, it's like it's not acceptable if you're like.
I mean, I'm not sure if anyone, we can't see the chat, but the draft is back up. So let's go back to the draft. I think we bought a good amount of time, but I'm interested, going back. We can kind of skip through the first part because it's the same. So I want to continue this conversation, right? Do anyone in the chat, do they do that?
Like convoy up.
Convoy up.
And how old are you as well? just so we have a demographic.
Because in the past we did, like, we'll say, okay, in the morning, because like all our friends.
Did you have time? You separate time periods, right?
Because like it's with the same high school, so all our friends stay in the same area. So they're like, okay, morning, we spend like half an hour talking to this auntie, we go to this house.
And then you squat up.
It's like, yeah, I gotta take those money, steal that away. I feel like those RPG characters where you just go into people's houses and take
You're just looting. You're
just
looting.
It's like, yeah, you gotta loot the food.
Oh, you're looting dungeons where you have to be nice to aunties just to get rewards. Oh man, that's terrible.
I remember I saw this like video. It's like, you know how much of a bad guy Ash Ketchum is in the game? Because he goes to people's houses
and the people are just giving him free stuff.
It's like, here, take my master ball.
Yeah, I'll take my potions.
That doesn't make sense. Okay, let's. Okay, we're back into the relevant part. Okay, Lolita was locked in. Okay, going back. This should be the part where everything is all fine and dandy.
All right, let's see. Hopefully there isn't any bugs and they actually get to pick what they want to. Huh? Okay, I can see this actually working out.
Interesting.
There are ways to play it, and then it just makes your comp really team fight oriented. But the early game isn't going to be as like super impactful as you want it to be. But you can get picks if you have the kill squad of Grok and Alice walk through carry. Yep.
That's the carry. Now,
Your
the reason why I don't
team
like
is
Alice
picking.
is he doesn't have any early game pressure at all.
I mean, she good in like CC. That one stun can make a difference.
All right, let's see what BTR wants to go for really quickly. I think.
No, please don't do it.
Martis.
Don't do it.
Okay, Veil is disabled. Oh, they're going for the Aldius. I feel like Martis would be the smarter pick.
I do think Midas will be slightly better, but I mean, even with the Aldius, it's still alright. I just think it's extremely greedy.
No, I think it's not that greedy actually because they do. Yeah, it's greedy in a way because like Lunox and Kimi already needs a lot of items, but you know that Kimi is going to work out really strong, and because you have Kimi, you have that natural pressure on the turtle already because she just melts turtle so quickly, and Elders can just free farm. So they're going to play this game 4v5 for the rest of the game, for the beginning of the game.
Well, I think, yeah, I agree. It really is going to come down to the first 5 minutes of the game. If one of these teams make a mistake and one of their carries go down super early, it's basically, that's it.
All right. So what do you think, draft-wise?
Draft-wise, again, it's going to come down to that 5 minutes. Whoever makes that first mistake, and if their carry dies and it starts falling behind, it's going to be very adamant which team is going to come strong into the mid-game, and it's going to be so clear who's going to go up ahead. I do think, however, it's a lot easier for Bigetron to come back into the mid-game, especially with their composition. They really got some strong picks there.
I think early game is going to be very important because Bigetron is going to play this 4v5 early game, and Fallen needs to make sure they don't bleed out because Alice, Leomon, as well as the carry, all of them needs items.
See, what I'm foreseeing is that Team Fallen is going to look to punish Jason Cole, and in the process, Bigetron is also going to be looking to protect Jason Cole, so they're going to collapse, and maybe their carries might pick up a kill or two.
It could work out the other way, right? It's like just let Jason Cole bleed out himself.
I mean, that's also true, but you need to like put enough pressure on it so he doesn't farm like the best.
No, that's true. You can see very traditional starts coming out from both teams. They're just doing what they need. And I think Nash going to go back mid lane, just get those extra orbs. This passive will stack up. Jason Cole stacking up his own passive there. Going to happily just punch the ground.
Yep. Looks like Gosusu is going to take his time here as he hold. Oh, so nice of Kirito to hold the wave for him. Doesn't even lose any EXP.
That's what you call a good tank.
Hell yeah. I mean, like, don't you wish that, especially if you are playing carry champion in high elo, it's just, that's the greatest thing. You don't even miss the EXP.
Mid top lane though, this is going to be a 4v3. They need to be careful. KZP in the front line. Hong does get stunned up as well. First blood in the hands of KZP, and this is what we talked about. They do not have the early game pressure. The only early game that they have is Hong. Jason Call. They might.
Oh, do they get punished?
They do get it, but Kirato, good flicker, stays alive, and they get the punish as well.
I mean, it's really smart on Bigetron because they knew that Jason Cole just has to survive down the bot side, so they do add more members on the top to actually try and punish. Team Fallen was expecting them to be like, oh, it's going to be a 3-2, normal. We're going to have a mirror match, and it's going to be absolutely fine with our numbers. However, they didn't expect the 4 to be up there, and that really hurt them.
Yep. Now, all the boots gets completed, the shoe shops come online,
and
Kirato flicker comes through. Wait a second, KZP coming in clutch a little bit. One more auto attack, and they get it. Wow. Bigetron really playing super aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, they have to punish. They have that level lead. They are going to push for it as much as they can. 3 members already at level 4 with only 1 member from the side of Team Fallen being at level 4. So, it's going to be a little tough.
You know what feels the best is when you have like multiple minions stacked in one small area and you use your contract point just to get the stacks.
Oh yeah, that feels great.
Yep, and I think they're going to go over to this turtle, but the problem is they do not have Kimi, right? I think they want to kind of swap around the Elders and the Kimi. Meanwhile, mid lane Hong, he might go down Divine Judgment as well. There goes the Q, and unfortunate there, but Jason Cole popped his ultimate a little bit late.
I don't think Big Bad Bear should use this ultimate at all. I mean, now he has no pressure at all to hold on to Turtle, so Turtle's going to be fine, but it looks like they're going to rotate and punish down Carry. Yep, Carry's dead.
No, Jason Cole's the one in the heap of trouble, but the rest of the team comes through, and the cavalry has arrived, and Mystery says, Happy Chinese New Year, launches up the stun, and he gets the kill as well.
And Jason Cole doesn't even die, and this is really good rotations from Bigetron. Team Fallen, you gotta respect these rotations. You do see 4 members towards Turtle area. If you can't pick him up, just let him live. There's no point losing your carry and losing that time to farm because it's more important for you to scale into the game compared to getting a potential kill.
Close. close.
Good attempt.
Good attempt there, but KZP saying that you are going to pay for it with a little bit of your life. He did force out the flicker. I think, can we see what Hong's battle spell is? I think he actually could sprint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's moving super fast, yeah.
He's a fast boy. Really fast boy.
Who's going to win? One speedy boy or one team of men? One speedy boy.
One speedy boy. But it looks like, oh wait, they've actually changed it up. It looks like Jason Cole got punished enough that he had to go to the top side.
I mean, that's what they need. That's what they want. And because of this, they're happy to just give Jason Cole the 1v1. He just doesn't need to die, and he has enough of it. Oh, here comes the chase fate. Gosusu gonna get focused out. Sing with the output and the launch off of the rocket. Not even needed. And Mr. V playing a beautiful game by Jason Cole. Oh, a good stun there. Big Bad Bear forces out the flicker of Jason Cole, not taking the sprint. Now you know that this is gonna be a very passive Eldos because he's just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks, but you don't have any choice here. You just have to let your team do what they need to do. Don't lose these objectives. Try and trade it wherever you can. You will slowly scale into the game, but so far, the squad of 4 coming in from Bigetron is already quite far ahead, and they are so strong.
Yep, and looks like Bigetron now going to rotate to this mid and top lane. They want to try and get an objective before the next turtle spawn, because the turtle is on his bot side, and LY4 on this team is just going to do so much damage on the turtle. And you know what, Mr. Ree? Yeah, Valentine's Day is coming soon. Why not just pop a little bit of lurf coming true?
Oh yeah, Kiratu, he's getting
shipped out. Luminum Blast comes through just to get to the slow. Meanwhile, Sing off. Oh wow. 2 members just went down there off camera.
Yeah, I think Bigetron is playing a much better game this time around. They're not letting up any mistakes whatsoever. I mean, you could say a couple of mistakes in the solo lanes, not exactly the most optimal, but they are trading extremely well, doing a very good job with the lead that they have to really push for these tier 2s. They've broken all tier 1s across the map. Textbook play.
Did you see the damage? One cosmic figure. Normally that damage doesn't do any damage. That spell doesn't do damage, right?
I mean, Sync has 6 kills.
6 entries.
Oh my goodness, look at him just demolish Turtle and like it's nothing.
Is this Turtle or is this Crab?
This is basically Crab at this point.
I think he's going to give it to LY4. No. He's like, wait.
You don't need it.
I'm the real. Look at me. I'm the carry.
I already have a Lightning Truncheon. You can take the back seat on this one.
Take a seat. Sit down, sir.
Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Luminum Blast close. Not close enough though. Try to get it for the steal, Mr. V, but you can see this game is prime Bigetron. 7,000 up, and Mr. V feeling the love a little bit.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I do think if Team Fallen wants to have any pressure in this game, they're going to try and like potentially pressure Jason Cole until the rest of the team does try and rotate and catch them off there. However, Sync on Lunox, he's already so difficult to catch out with that annoying brilliance.
Yeah, and they're having a lot of trouble to just walk away. Meanwhile, Mr. V, you can see they're just trying their best to just do whatever they can to starve Team Fallen out of this game. They forced to wait under their turn.
Yeah, they're just doing them nasty at this point. They've already created a good 6k goal. Oh, sorry, 7k goal lead.
Math is hard. Oh, Big Bad Bear gonna get caught out and gonna get killed off as well. And Chase Fit comes through and they don't even need it. Now 4 members strong coming through. Team Fallen might go for Numenon Blast. Where's the flicker? There goes it. He catches onto the blue back like, oh, Jason Cole! That is a nasty little play. But he doesn't have enough damage though. He does go down.
Did KZP... Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure KZP landed the Divine Judgment, but it wasn't pulling anything. Huh. Interesting. Rest of the team goes rotate about. Let's quickly look at the items real quick to get a better idea what they have.
Lightning Truncheon, Blade of Despair, they completed on the carries. You can see that going for both carries on the side of Bigetron going for the As Queen 1 just for some extra mobility and extra slow. But you can see on the side of Team Fallen, they don't have their big items yet,
Yeah, they haven't got... Oh, well, Alice did get her Lightning Truncheon.
You kind of need like 3 items from Alice.
I mean, to be fair, Alice is already going to be doing quite a lot of damage if she gets in the middle of the fight, especially on the carries who don't necessarily have MR just yet. But will she survive? Probably not. She needs the follow-up by her team if she wants to make it like really successful.
Yep, and that's with the Kimmy, you get the pressure.
Oh my goodness, it's going down so quick. It just doesn't exist.
It's like a paintball gun and a machine gun.
At this point, what's the difference? Especially with a lead like that. Already level 11. My goodness, with the Blade of Despair. Ugh. Gonna build up to that Ice Queen's Wand. They're gonna be playing the map a lot more.
Chase Fate does get proc. They want to go on to Grok there.
What?
Oh, KZP forced the flicker out. Is he gonna try and kill Hong out? Oh, wait a second. Bigetron. That's not where you want to go for. KZP will get shot out. A mistake coming up from the tank of Bigetron. And that's gonna buy a little bit of time for Team Fallen.
Good punish. He does pick up a kill and gets some gold off of it. Feels good, especially, and you're hoping this happens a little bit more so that Team Fallen can actually get back into this game. So far, Bigetron unable to break through that tier 2.
All right, Mr. V gonna step thing out. Looks like Bigetron gonna reset back a little bit now.
I think they might want to wait until the second item power spike to really force another fight. Because
I mean, you know, the thing is that Bigetron, they're not really on a timer, right? They have this huge pick on the side of Aldos. Once he's 200 stacks, and Kimmy as well. He might fall off a little bit in the later stages, but Kimmy is still going to do so much. They just need to deny that AoE wombo combo that Team Fallen is looking for.
Yeah, I do agree, but right now, Jason Cole, he is stacking up quite a bit of damage here. And the thing, what that's really nice. Oh no.
Yep, that's why you know. But great ultimate coming out from Kirato, but Numenon Blast. He will slow down Gosu. Here comes Aldos. The flicker comes through. Mr. V. They don't even need Jason Cole. They get 2 kills just like that. But top lane.
They're gonna trade. Yeah, they're gonna trade objective, but I think they're gonna be breaking their tier 2 here. Unless they send one person up, it looks like Kaya is going to head up there.
Interesting that
they don't trade. They don't trade at all. Okay,
yeah, but Bigetron going to try and defend instead of push here.
They don't have the minions now on bot side, but they do have minions mid, so they are going to put a bit of damage there. Oh, it doesn't break!
It should break
So
in a
close.
little bit. They do have the minions.
Yeah,
Yep,
there
it
it
will
is.
finally go down. Now, Big Bad Bear will get tagged up. Oh, Mr. V comes through. Kirato gets pulled back, and there goes the kill. And that's the strength of Kaya. Now, Lord just spot what Bigetron want to do.
Doesn't look like they are going to go for Lord. I mean, they should go for Lord. They can force another fight once or they can just buy some time until KZP gets about 10 seconds on its ult, then move to Lord.
I think now they're going for it. Yep, they're going to start onto it. They want to force it. Jason Cole, he does have the chase fate available as well, so he can just go cross map if need be. But they're starting onto it. There goes Lord. He's going to swing his mace around, show some dominance. The pop up onto Sync. Not enough. Hong, the Silver Souls member, trying to go for a chase fate. Reviews every single member. Are they going to go for this? There goes the damage. Phantom Steed as well. KZP in a really tough spot. Numenon Blast. How many? LY Photo. He does get ball. And Nash coming in strong. They lose a lot of members. And Mr. V going cross map. They do lose one, but Nash is still a really healthy man. Will kill off Jason Cole. And just like that, Team Fallen winning the team fight.
Oh, man. That was... They both traded 2 people there, so I wouldn't exactly say that they won the team
when you're
fight.
behind, when you go even,
yeah,
you win.
Yeah, especially if it's a 50-50 there. And Team Fallen, they do trade evenly. Really, really nice. It slows down Bigetron enough for them to get off of Lord, and it allows them to get some pressure back into the game, clear up their side lanes, clear up their jungle, and hopefully trade evenly again for the upcoming team fight.
Yep, and you can see more items getting completed. Clock of Destiny for Nash. Let's look at the items as we do have a little bit of time for now. There it is, and well, triple Athena shield because they have double mage on the side of Sync and LY for Kimmy and the Lunox. You can bite them back. On the side of Bigetron, they have that own triple Athena shield as well.
Yeah. I mean, this game is definitely looking in Bigetron's favor, but I think Team Fallen has found their stride here. They know exactly what they need to do. Kirato looking to get this pick here. Mr. V isn't the priority target, so he's just going to hop on out of there.
Now should be okay. Jason Cole gonna be happily farming things out. We cannot forget about this Aldios, man.
Yeah, he is really scaling into this game super quickly.
Hong just being a ward for now. I think that bottom turret should go down from the hands of Team Fallen's minions there. Maybe.
Will he be able to respond? Yeah, he does able to respond.
So no extra go for you.
If you were in Bigetron SG's position, what are you looking to do?
Sorry, top lane though. Big Bad Bear going mano against Jason Cole. Jason Cole does not land the stun.
Ooh.
Big Bad Bear going for it. Nash is here for the cavalry. Can he go for it? Chase Fate comes through. Oh, there's no way of stopping it. He can go for the mid lane. Wait, what? No, he's gonna stop it straight away.
What? Was Nash not able to get a stun off? Oh, here comes
KZP, but here goes the counter engage. KZP will pay for it with his own life. Kirato will survive. So far, 1-4 exchange. Nash is gonna get sniped away by LY4, and that's the strength of Kimmy, the drive-by kill. Now, can they go for this turret? Meanwhile, Aldos is split pushing his bottom side because pushing on all fronts.
Oh, I mean, Bigetron, honestly, you can see how they're playing the map. They're just playing it much, much better here. They trade 2 for 1. KCP had to die in that particular situation because they get enough pressure. Now this is going to be a very interesting 3v4. I think
yeah, they're not going for it. This floor is going to go down 100% in the hands of Bigetron.
Yep. Doesn't look like there's any steal attempts coming in from Team Fallen at all. They can't really do much about... They honestly can't really do much. If they do go for a miracle steal, that would be crazy.
Yeah, this game has taken a really slow turn.
Yeah, I mean, Bigetron are playing a much slower paced game. They know exactly what they need to do. And the great thing about the composition is that their weakness is mid-game if they don't have... If they start scaling off towards the early game, mainly because LY4, he needs to start optimizing to build a lot of these magic items, which takes some time, but once he gets them, he is able to pop off.
Wait a second. Hong thought he was catching somebody up. I know he's the one that got caught out. Here comes the Wild Charge. He just had Power of Nature. Is he going to go down? Yes, indeed. Sing with the Darkening will get the kill himself. Now, they do have the turret pressure, and yes, indeed, they will take it down.
Oh boy, really good zone there coming in from Bigetron, making sure that the backline doesn't even attempt to go for it because they need the full team to go through to make sure they have a good enough chance to win this.
Oh, Luminous Lord and Chase Fade as well. Jason Call going to the end zone, but he's getting pushed back into the base. A good flicker. He will keep himself alive for now. KCP tries to pull Big Bad Bear, but oh, Jason Call did go down. But the Lord just sticking out. Kirato getting a beating himself. Big Bad Bear trying to do what he can. Is it enough? Nash will go down as well. And oh my god, BTR.
Oh, KCP's trapped.
KCP is trapped. He will go down. Go Susu doing what he can. There goes 1,000-pounder. Kirato will stun up one. But oh, Sing, he's just having a field day. A highlight reel for Sing himself. And LY4 together with Sing just cleaning up the members of Team Fallen.
Don't have a minion wave. They're all crashing in right now. I don't know the death timers of who's respawning just yet.
Gosu needs to be careful. He cannot go down. 10 seconds left on everyone.
Oh no, it's over.
This should be game. And Bigetron will walk into the semifinals of the upper bracket while Team Fallen crashes into the bottom half.
Ooh, much cleaner game by Bigetron. Team Fallen just looking for holes anywhere in Bigetron's game plan here. And they did punish at the correct points of time, especially in between the transition between early to mid, and then after that mid to late. 2 times that they actually were able to go through. Let's look at the stats.
Yeah, let's look at the stats really, really quickly, and bam! Not too bad.
Yep, not too bad. Oh, man. He didn't even die once.
Gosusu played really well, too. 7-2-0. But the thing is that, once again, the mid line, or the front line, unfortunately, the tanks has not showed up in the series.
Tanks really didn't show up. Jason Cole, even though he was behind, played the stacks well. Played from behind extremely well.
Yeah, he did a lot of damage at the end of it, but you cannot deny KCP once again playing strong, but Sync, deservingly so, is the MVP of this game.
Yeah, absolutely.